Uh, Fast forwarding many decades after this, our new cast, who we'll introduce here in a second, um, thought themselves being, one of the last peoples in the universe. No information coming from outside, though something did. A rogue wave, a transmission that happened to penetrate an abandoned region and make its way to Lida, sort of shattered the illusion of being the last vestiges of civilization left in this universe, as an infomercial selling timeshares on Dragonara, the casino planet at the end of last campaign, um, was being, presented by the crew of the Phoenix. Heroes from their escape, intrepid explorers of the universe. Uh, that sort of came in and has now begun to inspire the youth of this planet's remaining enclaves to escape the gravity well. And I think it's now time to introduce our intrepid stargazers who are about to take off. So let's start with Kat. Tell us who you are, tell us who you plan, and a little bit about your character as well.
Sure. I'm Kat. I used to be on this channel a lot, and then I was gone for a year, and now I've returned. I live in sunny Tacoma. It actually is sunny right now. It's like, that week. Um,
That 1 week you get of the entire year.
I got a tan. Um, no, it's sunny for like 2 solid months. I mean, all the grass dies. Um, anyway, yeah, and I'm playing Mia Nast, but she prefers to go by Diamondback. She is a young woman who is recently orphaned. Well, kind of orphaned. I mean, her dad's probably still alive, but fuck him. Oh, I already swore. Hey.
That's our one for the entire show today.
I was like, I'm not going to swear on the stream. Instantly start swearing.
Dang it. Now we get no more.
I demonetized us. Hey.
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, she doesn't much care for her dad, and her mom just died. And currently she's up on the tippity top of the gantry, staring at the stars, pretending that her hand is a spaceship traveling through the cosmos. Because that's what she really wants to be, is a space pilot, like her idol, Captain Jack, Captain Rattlesnake Jack, the most super cool outlaw of all time. Never panicked in a situation, always on top of his game, calm, cool, collected, always had his stuff together.
Sounds like him.
Yeah. She does do her makeup like this, which is really motor oil, which she probably shouldn't be putting around her eyes, but she does because it's an aesthetic choice. And yeah, when she's not up here staring at the stars, she's down out in the scrapyard stealing things from people that think it belongs to them. For instance, a derelict robot she and her cousin found recently.
Which I think is a perfect segue to the next player of this this motley crew, as it were. Michael, introduce yourself, your character, and a little bit about him.
All right. Hello, I'm Michael Panish, sitting in the player seat for very happy to be here. And I am playing Buddy Bots. He is the derelict robot that Diamondback and her brother found and rebuilt. Buddy Bot, he's originally like a friendship bot made by Lida Automata, but he was abandoned. The truck or vehicle transporting him was crashed, and he was sort of turned on. He was kind of like left on for like several decades. So you do that to a robot, it changes them. But thankfully, Diamondback and her brother repaired him, and are sort of trying to help a robot who's really just designed to be like your best pal fit into this dark and dangerous world.
He's my cousin.
Right, cousin. My mistake.
That's okay.
that, we'll move on to the third person of this group. Marvin, tell us a bit about your character, who you are, and of course, what's your character's name?
Right. So, hi, I'm going to be playing for this game the warrior, Rinlar Canardris, an impressionable youth with a dream of becoming a master swordsman. And to this end, he goes on patrol with the Blues, I believe, into the Buglands. Semi-regularly. They mostly just let him tag along. But it gives him a chance to actually, improve his skills with his sword. He even scrapped enough of money to buy a real, actual sword with mysterious words made in China. I no idea what the hell this means, but it sounds impressive. And with that blade in hand, Renlar is going to try and make a name for himself across the cosmos, just like the intrepid crew of the Phoenix. And hopefully bring some, I don't know, help here. We're kind of neat stuff. Like food, better buildings,
literally anything.
medical help.
This whole planet can explode for all I care, as long as I'm off of it first.
But my family lives here. If it's going to explode, I would at least like to get them off of it. Maybe my ship.
My remaining family lives here, and I do not retract my statement.
Well.
Even Wyatt, your cousin?
No, Wyatt can come up in the spaceship with me.
See, you need to be careful with exact wordings. You never know who might be listening.
But that being said, we do have a player who's not here today, but he will be joining us next week and beyond that. Nick is here tonight, and he'll be playing, what's this character's name? Wyatt Palmer.
Wyatt, yeah.
Wyatt Palmer, the cousin of Mia Nast, and the psychic playbook, as best as I can call it for this game.
Yeah, I guess being Sarah playbook. Sorry.
No, that's totally fine.
I'm an outlaw. Oh, okay, well, other people said it. I'm an outlaw.
I believe BuddyBot is the geek, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, is it actually called geek?
It is, yeah.
I forgot.
Our last AI was also of the geek playbook.
We'll kind of done a big switcheroo and played up some different characters.
Yeah, we've all kind of traded off by one.
Mm-hmm.
But let's pick up right, not really in the media res, but as you're all aboard the derelict starship that sits at the center of the massive gantry that the city of town of Liftoff, has kind of constructed itself around. Mostly, a shanty town surrounding it, flickering lights here and there. Never been one for stable power, but enough to power security systems and defenses in times of need. As you're all sitting inside the Chevrolet F-39-187 Raptor class deep space hauler. What are you all currently doing? What's a little project you're working on right now?
I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Kandaris, you want to go ahead?
I guess I'll go first. Sure. I think Renlar right now is just taking in the majesty of the ship. Look around, friends. One day, we'll get this thing flying, and then we'll be up there, writing our names in the cosmos. Breathing that air. It smells like adventure. No, just me. No.
I'm sorry, Renlar. I'm not in the best mood today. But
that's all right.
No, I'm all about getting off this junk heap of a planet, especially. Hey, BuddyBot, are you programmed to give hugs?
You know it. Come in here, both of you.
She like goes in to get the hug, and you can tell that she's actually maybe your sensors are picking up that she's more upset than normal.
Ooh. Um, Buddy Bot, he was interesting in doing some like decorating to make this place, really pop. Um, but I think when he senses that Mia's not feeling so well, he instantly he wants to help with that. So he's like, Mia, its friendship is based on mutual understanding of complicated feelings. If you'd like to share your complicated feelings to me, you'll find that I'm programmed to be a great listener.
Sure. Well, I was spending some time up on the top of the gantry because I just need to clear my mind. I don't really want to go back to the trailer so much right now because my mom's kind of there, but she's kind of not there simultaneously, like,
Mm.
which is to say her body's there, but the rest of her ain't. You know what I mean?
I have no idea what you mean. However, please continue with your story because it would be rude to interrupt for a question like that.
I think he understands.
She looks like kind of up at Renlar. Like, you get what I'm saying, right?
A body that is there, but the mind is not there. Yes, I do. You say no more, friend. It is not a good state of affairs.
No.
Do you feel like talking about it?
I mean, she's been gone a real long time anyway. It's just. Let's think about the future, not what's there. I guess I'll maybe talk to the Palmers about getting her buried, I guess.
We can also assist in this.
Sure. I just, I think her family would want to know. That's all.
True. However, let's cheer ourselves up with a fun activity.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. What are you suggesting, Buddy Bot?
Well, I was going to see if you had any suggestions, but you know I do. I have a whole host of fun games, interesting activities, unique things that friends can do to build their friendships.
Let's go steal things. Yeah?
Oh, yeah,
what?
Go ahead.
No, your suggestion first.
I was going to suggest Uno, but the card game?
Uno.
Yeah.
Playing around to Uno.
I was thinking something really similar, except like stealing stuff from DedSec.
Yeah, that sounds better. Let's do that instead.
You hear a voice from up in the cockpit. You hear Wyatt calling back.
Oh,
I got it working. I at least I have something working.
Oh, on the ship?
Yeah.
Well, activate
Great,
it. Let's see
Wyatt.
what it does. That could
Well,
be something fun as well.
If you guys want to come up here.
Sure. Did you hear what I said about my ma, Wyatt?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe... I mean, I feel like the Palmers would want to... Anyway.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll talk to my mom.
Great.
As you all sort of climb up into the cockpit of the ship. For as long as you've noted, there's been no electricity in this thing. There's been no power source. Any attempts in the past have largely failed from previous stargazers, even to you. But he seems to have figured something out. You see a small sort of car battery that Mia has picked at one point from DedSec that he sort of wired up into this terminal he has here. And it's kind of got a flickering screen to it. And it says diagnostic. Yes or no? Like, I think this can tell us what's wrong with the ship. Maybe we can use that to get us going.
I think
Right.
that's a good idea. We need to know exactly what to fix in order to fix it, yes?
Good point.
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Hey, I run diagnostics on myself all the time.
And what did they say?
Well, lots of errors, but I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Maybe Wyatt can take a look at that later.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Why? Okay, it's not. It's diagnostic.
Yeah.
Because looking at that word, it looks like it should be pronounced diagnostic.
Language is weird.
Okay. And that just means like figuring out what's wrong with something through a computer?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Nia's not that bright.
Wyatt's rather. I think he's on the brighter side.
Yes, I think he's a +1.
Yeah.
I have a -1 in intelligence.
I got a +2.
Buddy bot, if you'd like, can you make me a intelligence check to see if you can get the diagnostic report to run?
All right, let's diagnostic it up. Is it intelligence, and could I do science?
Absolutely, definitely intelligence. What I was going to suggest for this. So give me that good 2d6 roll.
All right.
Presumably, like you have like both tech and science, right?
What do I have? Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure one of those twos will let him do a reroll.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. I'm rolling them. It's a 7, but with. Remind me, can I re-roll both dice or just one dice?
Just one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that one. See what the second roll is there.
Oh, if you rolled something and a 1, it's not going to be worse by re-rolling it.
Definitely. And this is way better with a total of 11.
11.
Hey.
As you
actually, what am I saying? 11 plus 2, so it's actually a 13.
God dang.
Yeah.
You sort of hop over there and begin to sort of interface with this terminal. You realize that like a lot of the ship isn't like it's damaged in a way that's just like from age. You think that you can get the diagnostic reporting, but as the diagnostic report to work, as you're going through, as you hit that run, it starts to kind of begin its process, and then an error pops up on the screen. It says insufficient power to core.
Well, guys, looks like this diagnostics, or this ship's missing a little of what I like to call go juice, aka power.
Right.
Oh dear.
Okay, so what do we need to get it going? Like, what do we need to take?
Yes, how do we acquire this go juice, as you say?
Let's see, are we thinking, is it like fuel or like a battery or?
With the success, I will say that there's enough cabling on this you can connect to the local grid. But the local grid really isn't that stable. But maybe you can do something about it.
So we could, so we have to stabilize the electrical grid of the place we're in?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. And what place are we in, by the way? Like what
So you're in an area. Basically, you're in the town of Liftoff, also kind of locally known as Kerop. It's a large gantry, sort of on the edge of one of these major cities in a spaceport, that has just kind of been derelict for a long time, and then a village sort of built up the gantry and around it. So I mean, it's a small village, maybe like 700-800 people at the most.
So we're suggesting what we try to fix the power grid ourselves. Is that the idea?
Currently the power grid sucks, so we got to find some way to make it good. I'm not sure how to do that or who we should speak to. Is there some someone who keeps the power grid running that we could chat with?
Certainly. If anybody would like to make me a intelligence check, I will. They can do so if they like. I'll let multiple roll. This information.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm waiting for it to be real bad.
I do have.
Oh, I got a 9. I mean, I
Oh,
rolled a
nice.
10 and I got a 9.
Certainly. Brownlee, you said you have culture.
Yes. I don't know if that would help in this. by any
Yeah,
chance.
if you make your intelligence check, you can reroll one of your dice.
Okay, that would actually help a lot.
Just take the highest roll as your group total.
A 3 and a 2, so I'll reroll the 2.
Fine,
Keep in
you're
mind, he's
good.
also in Team Dummy.
7. 7. Like, just no.
Well, I mean, you would
7
know.
and 9 are both limited successes.
Yeah,
They're
7's
both
not
partial
good.
successes.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
okay.
Put your heads together, being locals. You know that Liftoff is run by the local council of elders, and there's probably someone on that council who would know about the electrical grid or how it runs or like handles it. You've seen like instigators who have like specifically been hired on to like handle these sort of things when it happens. So you can go talk to the council.
Council
would
of
be our
Elders,
best.
eh?
Yes, it would be our best bet because the only other authority figures I know are the Blues, and we don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, the Blues and the Instigators are separate people. Is that?
Yes, instigators are the local like guard, and the Blues are kind of like the regional police force.
Look, there's a lot of reasons I don't want to talk to the Blues any goddamn way.
I mean, they pay me, but I don't even want to talk to them. A lot of those folks are just not pleasant.
Yeah, no, I went to plenty of barbecues with a lot of them.
They sound awful. Well,
Yeah, they talk a lot about protecting people, and they're not necessarily good at it.
all
Your
right.
sense is
Well, if
they're
we
picking up deep-seated rage and anger from her.
Ugh. Mia, don't worry. If we encounter these Blues, I'll go ahead and step on their feet, say rude things to them, do other actions that will annoy them. That
They
will
wouldn't
make
do that. They
all
would
of us feel
beat you
better.
up. They would beat you up, buddy bot. That would break you in half.
All right. Hey, I appreciate your concern and caution for my well-being. That's a true mark of friendship. All right, so Council of Elders, lead the way.
Certainly, as you all sort of climb out of the ship back onto the gantry, you wind your way down towards the base, past these sort of like stacked trailers that many people live in, towards kind of a more market district that's quite on the edge between Liftoff and the main city. Just only a few miles away of Cisne. As you head into town, it's easily able to find this building. There's a council hall you can go to, and as you walk in, you see that they're just immediately wrapping up a meeting at this point.
I want to note that Diamondback took the most illogical ways possible to get here just to like do show-offy cool athletics stunts.
Just free running, love it.
Just
Here
free
for it.
running, parkouring,
Parkour.
yeah. Doing
Buddy Bot,
midair somersaults, making Buddy Bot really concerned.
oh no. Whenever Mia does a cool stunt that is like, and she like looks happy about it, Buddy Bot gives her like huge thumbs up with one of his huge oversized hand as well.
She like beams with pride every time she gets a thumbs up.
He does it
Then
a
she
lot.
looks sad again because she remembers what she found earlier in the day, but then she like puts her mind back off of it by, doing something ridiculous. If she had a skateboard, she'd be doing skateboard tricks.
Hell yeah.
Or maybe she does have a skateboard.
Roll for skateboard.
The skateboard a light, heavy, or medium weapon?
It's a light weapon, easily concealable.
Wait, how much would I have to pay out of my 3 credits to have a skateboard?
As
for a
a
light-
credit.
Okay, I'm
Could
getting
it be
my
like
credit.
Could it be like a cool like Back to the Future kind of hoverboard?
It was at one point where they welded on
Oh,
trucks and wheels. because it doesn't work anymore.
Mm,
Amazing. It was the hoverboard that became demoted to skateboard.
Yeah,
It's so sad.
but one day it may live again.
that is very
Let's hope
true.
so.
Ooh, I shouldn't have said
Yeah.
that. Damn.
Well, she's using her former hoverboard to do a lot of tricks. Now all of a sudden she's a skate kid, and I'm just here for her becoming a skate kid.
But you are at the council hall. See the multitude of elders in here sort of gathering their things and beginning to head out for the day.
We need to talk to them.
Yeah, we could. I think
Excuse
Buddy
me.
Bot. Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, definitely Buddy Bot's backing up Renlar here.
Yes, and Renler's just gonna stroll up, sword. Well, his hand casually on the sword, like old-timey swordsman, confident. It's like, greetings, elders. My friends and I have come to you with a bit of a problem, and hopefully you can provide a solution.
Business hours are over at the moment, but just sorry, we can. Some of us will entertain your questions.
All right, Buddy Bot, show them the way.
All right. So we're interested in turning that hunk of junk spaceship into an actual flying, galaxy-going cool ship. The problem is that your power grid sucks ass. It's terrible. There's no energy going into the ship. So is there some way you can make your power grid good so we could get some energy?
As soon as you mentioned, oh, you guys should get the ship going, a number of the elders who were kind of sitting behind just kind of go, more of these stargazers doing pointless things and kind of wander off.
Your mom's a pointless thing.
Just look at you like, respect your elders, child.
Good one, Nas. He holds up his huge hand for a high
She
five.
she high fives it with her really tiny hand.
A couple more than kind of file out.
She's not a big girl,
Yes, a couple more continue filing out, but some still have remained. The one that sort of was talking to Elder Martin says, well, if you're looking to power your spaceship, and you need power from our grid, I'm certain we could come to some sort of mutual agreement.
What are you thinking?
This one turns back. Elder Wanda. Sorry, not Wanda. Elder Weirda. And you see sort of a crone woman sort of walks over and says, yes, how can I help you all? They're looking to restore power to their starship. And they're looking to hook up to our grid. And Elder Weirda, she says, oh, certainly. Well, is that fair and accurate? Looking to the group.
I would say it is.
100.
Diamondback just no. Go ahead. Diamondback just shrugs like she couldn't care,
Well,
and then
I
jams
do
her hands
care.
deep in her pockets.
Ooh, it's so cool.
But I do care, and I would like to see that ship soar again. So yes, we would like to plug it into your grid to give it the power it needs.
Certainly. Well then, if you wouldn't mind following me, and she sort of takes you off into a side room. She calls up one of the secretaries who sort of bundles up a couple of things, kind of hurries out after your group. As she sort of sits you down, she's like, to be honest, we were planning on beginning to ask around for any assistance in a matter regarding the electrical grid, as it were. We seem to be heading towards a imminent shutdown, and we would need to reset the grid anyways. But circumstances have in fact changed for us. And if you'd like to go in there and reset the grid for us and deal with the unfortunate obstacles in the way, we'd be more than happy to pay your group 30 credits.
Like for the
30?
whole group, or
Yes, for the whole group. Yes, 30 credits.
30 credits. Wow.
The sound of that.
So
I'm
that's-
guessing the obstruction is something dangerous, so it isn't just some rocks fell down.
If only it were so simple. No, the Blues have kicked out the instigators and taken it over.
Blues, huh?
Well, the
Oy.
usual entrance to the place we normally would go in to reset it. They have kicked us out and are refusing to give it back, and we are not really looking to start a fight with them.
So, what do we do? Like, sneak around them to try to get it set back up? Kill them all? What are
I
we
would
talking
prefer you
about?
not to kill anybody. That would be criminal.
I would be out of a job if we killed them. So, prefer not to do that. Scaring them.
I've only ever half killed one of them.
Oh, Mia, yes, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
you know about that.
Regrettably, yes. If you would wish to go and directly deal with the Blues, you're more than welcome to go through the front gate. It will be heavily protected. I believe there's an old substation out towards the eastern ruins that connects to it. It's been a very long time, and I have not. Someone using it has not appeared in my memory in a very long time. But it's still there, at least according to reports. There's also an access hatch beneath the gantry itself, but the last group of instigators we sent down there, only one returned and mentioned something waiting for them in the darkness down below.
Something down in the darkness through the substation.
With something beneath the gantry in the stone sewers.
And no one has dealt with it. This mysterious...
Well, that was a recent discovery, so we haven't had someone to deal with it. But if you wouldn't mind, if you did go through that, obviously you would still get paid 30. It would increase your payout. But just to
we
let
would
you
be
know,
happy
there is
to.
danger down there.
Renlar's getting
Hey.
a spark in his eyes at the
Yes.
sound of danger. And he's
Facing
turning
danger.
He's turning his head
Oh.
to everyone. We could do this. I mean, no one else has dealt with it right now. We could be the first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about taking dangerous risks and killing sewer monsters, whatever we're talking about. Sure, why not?
I'm all about friendship. And nothing brings friends closer together than overcoming challenges, especially life-threatening ones. So I say, we do it.
You know what? You are the best buddy bot, and I'm not saying that sarcastically. I mean it sincerely. You are like the ray of sunshine in the dark pit of my life.
Oh, these compliments are very much appreciated. Thank you. You're the
Yeah.
ray of sunshine in the dark pit of my life.
She gives Buddy Bot another hug. I just imagine Buddy Bot is so much bigger than her.
I think Buddy Bot is
yeah.
very large, but it's like
Yeah, he's
built with like
huge.
cushioning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a
but he's
Baymax
very
situation.
Yee.
comfortable. Definitely. He's friend-shaped.
Like me.
Our bonds of friendship will carry us far. And they will carry us now.
It's usually the
battle.
secretary's like, the secretary is like, "Whoa, please put your blade away, please."
But it's simply a sign of my dedication.
Yes, but you just put it out in the middle of a room full of people. It's kind of scary.
Yes, but they know. They should be scared. It's a sword. It's to be respected.
Secretary's like, "Do I have to get the instigators in here?"
Well, here's a
Oh,
fun
no,
fact.
no.
Here's a fun fact about the town that we live in. There's a lot of lead paint, and it's really tasty.
Yes. Well, look, the lead paint removal project is going along swimmingly. We'll eventually get rid of it. It might just take us another 2 to 3 decades. A
So
lot of lead paint.
you just have to expect that kind of like from our steady lead paint diet. You just have to expect certain acts of the townsfolk.
You've all been repeatedly told not to eat the lead paint. Yes, it looks tasty. Yes, it kind of tastes good. I don't know why they put great flavor additive into it, but don't eat it.
We don't have enough food going around. What else are people going to eat?
We do. That's the problem.
And the lead gets into the water, I mean, it's a whole thing.
Just the sort of like low level conflict this town is having with a lead paint problem.
It's just so tasty.
Grape flavored lead paint. I'm gonna have to remember that one.
Don't eat
Yum,
lead
yum.
paint. Kids
Don't
don't
eat
eat
lead
lead
paint.
paint.
Don't
It's not
eat-
great.
Yeah,
flavor.
don't do it.
Very large warning across the screen. Do not eat lead paint.
I feel like we shouldn't have to say that, but I know some people are gonna try it, so yeah,
I know.
don't do it.
Well, the problem is we're making eating lead paint sound so cool. People are gonna want to do it now.
Are we? I mean, I feel like Diamondback brought it up to explain why we're all behaving like strangely and poorly.
But everything in this entire area is behaving strangely and poorly. The wild wasteland perk from Fallout New Vegas is just lead paint poisoning.
Yeah. So look, we'll go down in the sewers and take care of whatever's down there and get the power grid working somehow. But why do the Blues not want the power grid to work? Is there a reason?
I don't know specifically. We've tried to talk to them, but they've always said it's a matter of CSNA's security, so I don't know. And to be honest, I'd rather not lose any instigators or any people in a fight with them. It's easier just to let them be bothered.
I mean, Remlar and I both do have connections there.
Yes, I go on patrol with them towards the Bucklands semi-regularly. I guess we
certainly.
did each time.
If we take the access hatch, do we have to deal with the Blues at all? Can we just like sneak in through the access
Probably
hatch?
not. You can just sneak in through the bottom.
When the power starts up, aren't they going to know somebody did something?
Well, the power's still currently going on,
Yeah,
so they probably won't notice anything immediately.
got it.
Come back the way you came in.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? Should we confront the Blues and try and talk our way past them?
No, let's do the access hatch, I think.
I think that would
Sounds like
be
a good
for the
idea.
best course. Plus, I still have a job, and I would like to keep that job so I can have money coming in.
That's fair
Don't
enough. I
particularly
respect
like it.
I respect your employment and I respect your dedication to making money.
I have a family to think about.
Must
So-
be
Oh, I
nice.
had no idea.
Well, just
Uh,
my parents, but I help in my own way.
would you like to increase the bonds of our friendship by sharing information and anecdotes about your family?
Not now. We have a beast to slay.
Fair enough. Well, we'll discuss them another time in a more convivial atmosphere.
Aye, but I appreciate your concern. So, let's move off, shall we?
Sure.
Certainly, as you all exit
She gets
from...
on the skateboard at this point, even though we're not out of the building yet. 'Cause she's that kid.
The
the secretary's like, wait, the contract.
Oh shit. There's a contract?
It's a legally binding contract to make sure that you get paid out the correct amount of money for a job well done.
Oh yeah, we had better. It's probably important to sign.
oh,
It's all handwritten, by the way. He's been writing it up as this conversation was going on. But obviously in the presence of everybody, you all quickly just do whatever you do for your signature, and are able to head back out towards the gantry.
Oh man, buddy boss signature, BB, huge smiley face.
Aww. But as you return back to the gantry, finding the hatch is actually relatively easy. You're all familiar with it. I think probably at some point you each have at least gone down there once. Because beneath the gantry itself and kind of all this is like this winding, twisting system of stormwater channels that are designed to drain off during heavy bouts of rain, prevent any damage to the gantry. It's kind of like a permanent structure rather than like a removable one. Of course, heading down there, you've all heard many a tale about people going missing down here. places for those who are wanted by the lodge, wanted by the law, to be able to dodge and hide, and of course, provide refuge for those who wish to be lost themselves. As you all sort of pop down in here, I will need someone to make me a. Oof. I think I'm gonna have 3 checks. I think it's gonna be strength, willpower, and intelligence. I'll let you all pick which one you like to do.
Well, I'm obviously the strength guy.
I guess I'll do willpower. I mean, I've got a +1 in it.
Certainly.
I'll do intelligence.
Okay.
Is it? What are we doing to like get? Is this like a getting down into this?
So
sort of-
the 3 checks represent 3 sort of situations you'll find yourself down in here. The intelligence is to actually find your way to where the actual substation door is. That lets you deeper in to where you need to go. The willpower is sort of talking away at as you get cornered by a bunch of hooligans just looking to cause some trouble. And the strength is to remove some rubble that has sort of fallen in your path.
Got it.
All
So let's-
right. Who's rolling first?
Let's start with a strength check.
So we come upon some rubble barring our path.
Yeah, as you're sort of like you're wandering your way through, some faint signs on the walls, come to a point where like a bunch of like debris is kind of sloughed down into the space from above over the many years and kind of created a barricade that blocks your path.
Are there any like rusty pipes that could be cut down to make a path?
Certainly.
Get it. The test for my sword. I've only been able to, well, cut down bugs, but metal pipes, there should be a true test. And Renlar strikes. Okay.
Make your roll.
Just a straight up strength.
Yes.
Riddle. Uh-oh. That's not good. 8. It's an 8, so partial success.
Okay.
I don't get to re-roll any of the die, do I?
What skills do you have?
Survival and culture. I would think this would be survival, if anything.
Yeah, I think so. I'll let you reroll one of your dice for that one.
Alright, I'll re-roll the 2. Which is now a 1. Great. 7.
You made it worse. Way to go.
Look, it happens. A 7 is still a success, though. You sort of it may have it sort of as you slash out it you do manage to cut through a couple of them and kind of create like a way to get through, but it's not like a clean like out of a movie or like a hollow film, which is like a shing, and it's just a clean cut and everything just kind of falls away. So it takes a little bit of time for you all to crawl through the muck and sort of debris to the other side, but you do manage to succeed.
I would like to use prestidigitation to remove this mud. Sorry.
I just pulled out a bunch of cleaning kits and clean yourself off.
Alright.
Hey, maybe BuddyBot has a scrubbing feature. I don't know.
Oh, you know it. BuddyBot. No, he is like those little packages of Kleenexes that like parents will have to like in case their kids get runny noses. So he's just like pulls out one of them and is like, "Here you go."
It gives you a piece of tissue paper.
She's ineffectively trying to clean some mud off with this Kleenex. For a girl that like purposely puts motor oil on her eyes, don't ask me why she cares about getting muddy.
That's alright, BuddyBot. I'm used to the filth. Just gives a person character.
I agree.
As you sort of climb through, with sort of the loud noise of like the crashing of metal, sliced metal pipes, you kind of begin your process. You kind of hear footsteps behind you, and you see 2 figures sort of jump out of the shadows ahead of you, and a couple more behind you. And you see these individuals. They're wearing like, stitched together leather like jackets, very dirty jeans, heavy work boots, um, stained white tees underneath. Um, and you kind of see as like they're like shifting, like kind of one like drops something and turns around. They have an embroidered snake on the back of their jackets. These are the tunnel snakes.
Tunnel snakes. Yeah.
Oh wait,
Oh boy.
is that a thing that's described in the notes, and how did I miss it?
I don't know. It was not described in this. It's just kind of a random encounter.
Okay.
Beware, they rule here.
You see one pulls out what looks to be a switchblade, flicks it open to comb, kind of does his hair. Like,
Oh man.
what are y'all doing in our little neck of the woods, huh? Y'all know you're supposed to pay the fare?
Well, here's what I figure. You're all snakes. I'm a snake. Let's all just get along in our little viper nest here. Or we can all fight. And maybe you'll kick our asses and maybe you won't, but I guarantee you one thing. At least one of you is going to lose an eye. So I guess it just depends on how attached you are to them peepers of yours, if you really want to be stirring shit up.
Roll me a willpower check. I love this. This is some aggression.
Intimidation.
Okay, I am at an 8, which is a partial success. I am going to use Lucky for my one shot of using Lucky in the game to make it a full success.
Hey.
Nice. You see, like, he's like combing his hair back and he stops and you hear a snap of the plastic. He's like, hey, look, we're just trying to make our bag. We ain't trying to get into a fight here. Losing an eye. What the fuck?
I
Like,
mean,
no.
y'all don't want to get in a fight, but I sure to hell do, because I had a shit day, and stabbing one of your eyes, that would make my day a whole lot brighter. Make yours half dimmer, but my day a whole lot brighter.
The guy there's like, if this broad's crazy. Let's get the fuck out of here. They just kind of all quickly run away from you, just scatter. These
Cowards.
dudes are just absolute pushovers.
Well done, Mia. Well done.
Goodbye.
I don't know karate, but I know crazy.
Very good. But with the impediments out of the way, the last thing itself is the maze of this place. So, Buddy Bot, give me a intelligence check, please.
With pleasure.
Mhm.
I don't suppose science or tech could help with this.
You know what? I'll allow science because engineering does fall under that, and this is like obviously a engineered feat of man-made
Okay.
effort.
All right, let's see how we do. It's a 9, a 5, and a 2. I'm gonna re-roll the 2. It's a good chance it could be better. Ooh, it was better. Give me a total of 11.
Hey.
Excellent. With nothing really standing in your way, and especially now word kind of passing around about Diamondback threatening to take people's eyes out.
I mean, she's done it before. She'll do it again.
Oh, people are learning. You do manage to sort of wind your way, and it's like as you're down here and moving about, and haven't like had some time to move through these tunnels and kind of begin mapping them out in your head. You're like, oh, this makes all complete sense, knowing like the geography of the region. Like this is all draining in a particular direction, so you just kind of find your way to a door that says, what was it? Power stations on gantry. You see a sign that says Lido Launch Site 253 Alpha Power Substation.
Okay, well that sounds promising. That's that's our goal. We just gotta head there and reset. All right, so we'll follow that.
You try the door is locked.
This stupid
it's-
door is being very
It's a very
uncooperative.
heavily rusted metal door. There's like a gap at the bottom that allows like stormwater to run out.
How big does the gap seem to be?
Maybe about 3 or 4 inches.
Okay, that's not enough.
Yeah, you couldn't slide it underneath there, but you get like something to like jam it off.
But it's another creature of rust. I'll simply remove it. I'm gonna kick down the door.
Okay.
I don't know if this would be another survival, but I know it's strength.
This would be in athletics.
Athletics.
I think athletics would be a good applicable skill here.
Yeah,
I should get athletics at some point.
I
Yeah, well-
have it. It's great.
Would you like to try kicking down the store? My skills are more in melee combat with weapons rather than hand to hand.
I don't normally kick down a door. She's gonna look at it and see if there's anything she can kind of more finagle.
Yes, it's the door itself is like rusted enough and kind of bends and buckles in such a way that you think that with the right leverage, you probably could pop it off its hinges.
Yeah, she's gonna look to do something more like that.
You have a
Like-
skateboard?
Yeah. She can probably use her skateboard for that. So yeah, she'll do the leverage to kind of pop it off. I don't know what that roll is, if it's still strength, if it's an agility, if it's what is that?
I think this would be this is going to be a strength.
Okay.
Obviously, you have the athletic skills, you can use that. And there's not really a system for giving it like help in this.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
But I will just say it's a +1 in
Yeah.
like skill checks like this.
Run the
Sure,
rest
well,
along with you.
I've rolled two. I've rolled both of my dice are a 2. So I'm gonna roll one of these again. I got a 5.
Hey.
So that makes it a 7. I have nothing in strength. So it'll be an 8 altogether. So partial success.
Yeah,
Better than a failure.
Yeah.
very true. As you get your skateboard under there and you sort of like use the leverage, you do manage to pop the door off its hinges and it kind of just clatters kind of into the darkness beyond. See, your board's just a tiny bit bent after this, but nothing that you couldn't fix later.
Man, my gnarly ride.
But it's still gnarly. It's simply bent. I mean, what would be?
Yeah,
a
I just
bent
bent the tail
gnarly
a little.
I mean, it gives it a more of a character, I would think, right? You can
Sure.
still-
I mean, can I still ride it? She gets on it and rides it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as you're riding, like you can only tell just slightly, like it rides a little bit, rides a little differently, but still usable.
Yeah, she might have bent the axle a little or something.
Yeah, just kind of just like there's a little flutter every once in a
Yeah.
while. But
She's kind of
Yeah.
using the walls of this. I'd imagine is it like a kind of a circular sewer-like wall, or
it's actually more of like a pentagon. Like it narrows to a channel at the bottom, and sort of like is just shallow enough that like it prevents water from gathering and going stagnant,
Hmm.
and sort of it drains out in a sort of downward fashion. But flat enough that you can walk on it comfortably and ride your board.
yeah. She's definitely going to be riding her board.
But you sort of all can look into the darkness beyond this door frame. You see that.
Yeah, I'll head on in.
Certainly. As you sort of head in, this is largely like kind of a dumpster in a way. See the refuge generation of tunnel dwellers having dumped stuff off through, under the cracks of the door, kind of in the small windows that you can now sort of see from in here, shattered. Whatever sort of mesh or wire protection they had sort of been pushed in, sort of like people sliding in like big planks of wood, trash bags, those sort of things. But it's eerily quiet in here. You all sort of look through the depth, and like it's not a huge room, but like the pile is very thick in the middle, and there's a passageway on the other side of it. You'd have to sort of either like inch your way around or just cross the pile itself.
I don't hear
Well-
anything.
Oh yeah, good question.
If you'd like to try to listen in,
Yeah.
Sure.
this would be intelligence checks.
I'm very stupid. Let's
And
do
the
it.
bug glands. Anything that goes quiet like this is a sign that we should be concerned.
What are we listening for?
Yeah.
Sorry, I rolled 3 altogether because of my negative. Is it something? Are we being quiet right now? Are we listening for something? What's happening?
I'll make it an intelligence roll as well. I would
Certainly.
think this is survival.
Yeah, I'd say survival works here.
Yeah. Like,
Well, Mia, you do get a XP point for your failure.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. Roll below
Alright.
a 6, or 6 or below, you get a
Rolled
point.
Oh, I rolled way below a 6.
mark potential. I'm always going to say
Her
that.
accent went Boston for a hot second because that's my actual accent.
I rolled a 2 and a 4. I'm going to re-roll the 2.
Had to remember she says ours.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a 7. I rolled a 4 and a 4.
Okay, buddy, are you also gonna make a roll as well?
That's just a listening.
Yes, be a intelligence.
Yeah, I think if everyone's doing it, Buddy would do it.
Yeah, and survival
gonna
if you
be-
have it.
I had not survival, but it's got 2 and a 6 plus 2, so total of 10.
Hey,
Okay, that's good.
We're running the gamut.
Yes. As you're standing there, buddy, you notice a slight shift in that pile. You sort of hear what sounds like a wet crunch, very soft wet crunch, like something like chewing on something slightly. As you sort of see what looks to be like a leg of an instigator, just like shifting in the pile ever so slightly.
Yeah, he'll point that out. He'll be like, guys, that leg is missing a body, and something's been eating it.
ooh. Sign.
Do I see what is eating the leg?
You see what looks to be like a pair of like mandibles that are like like a dark colored mandible that sort of like stick in and sort of blend in with the trash that like latch on and like sort of help shift it forward. It looks to be some sort of gigantic beetle.
Based upon the fact that my character has shoot first, she shoots it.
Okay.
Like just rips the rifle off of her back and shoots this thing just right off.
Go ahead, make your attack roll. This would be a
I
agility.
believe it's agility, yeah. Okay. That is 7 plus 2, so 9.
9. You take a shot at it. Roll damage.
Okay. That's a d6 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
7.
7.
Yeah.
You
Ooh.
shoot this thing as a massive antlion, just the size of a small sedan, just rears back, looking incredibly injured as you manage to pierce its very thick armor. It is
Whoa,
not particularly happy with that. And as it does so, it sort of waddles itself out and makes a lunge at Mia. It does manage to get your leg pretty well,
Oh,
and you take 3 points of damage.
Now, how does armor work with that?
I believe armor soaks, so you reduce it by your armor. Let me just double check.
Okay, so I'll take 2 points of damage. Okay.
Yes. So if a character's wearing
There's
armor,
no
they
there's no
subtract
way
their-
for her to try to dodge, right?
No, unfortunately, that's just the complication of a mixed success.
Right, makes sense.
Sort of bites into your leg, but you're able to pull it back and sort of like get some distance again from it. But the antlion has sort of like pulled itself out partially from this refuse pile.
It hit her on her knee pad, you know.
Yeah.
A bug. Vile creature. Die! Renler's going to slash it.
Okay.
Or attempt to stab it. Let's see. This would be strength, I'm guessing, since I'm using a...
Yes.
Alright, just a straight strength. Gotcha. Not good. Okay, might be good. 8. Partial
That's-
success.
That's a partial success. Roll damage.
Alright, and I get a +2 for this because I'm a brute. For 5 damage.
5 damage. You hack into this thing. You don't manage to cut a mandible all the way off, but you do manage to sort of hit it like right over one of its eyes and sort of like squirms and lashes out at you. 1 point of damage.
I'm unstoppable. I have armor all the time, so it does nothing.
The thing sort of rears back and like hits you and sort of knocks you away. Not damaging you, but sort of like removing you from further attack at the moment. What are you gonna do? Anything?
It's weak,
definitely.
buddy. Finish it off.
Will do. First of all, just gotta say, cool World War Bug crossover. Love
Yeah,
to see
just
an
a little bit.
antlion making a reappearance in the channel. All right, so one of Buddy's hands is like real small, normal, delicate looking. His other hand was like replaced, but like, you can see like it was, a new hand was like welded in. And this hand looks like a piece of like construction equipment. Like it's all big and yellow and has these sort of like rectangular almost claws, like the like what a what do you call them? Them big machines that pick up things.
Like
the construction vehicles.
Yeah, like
Like a backhoe?
Backhoe, yeah.
Yeah, like that sort of thing. So he's gonna kind of use that and like smash it into the antlion's face. And I'm not sure I want to do so much damage as I want to like hold it in place so other people can get an easier shot at it if that's possible.
Absolutely yes.
Not I just do
this would be a strength check still.
Okay. All right. My strength is +1. I don't think I can re-roll anything here.
If you have athletics.
I do not have athletics. Or so close. Total is 9.
9. Okay.
I mean, still a partial success.
It is, yes.
It's nothing bad.
You grab onto this thing and like are like holding it, and you realize like as you're grabbing it, like this thing is like heavily armored on top, but as you see it like wiggling, its lower body, its lower thorax, is unarmored. You just pull it out to sort of give basically an unarmored shot to the next person on this thing. It does, however, manage to sort of like bite and not into you, dealing 3 points of damage.
Okay, I do have armor.
Yeah, so you remove your armor total from that number. Take the rest.
All right, bring it down to 12 out of 14.
But the antlion's
very good.
Body's exposed.
Right. Mia's. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, he'll be like relaying the information. Like, friends attacking its soft underbelly should do extra damage.
All right. Mia kicks backwards on her skateboard while shooting with her rifle.
Yes, that's so
cool. By the way, Renlar especially would notice that this rifle is standard issue Blue's rifle. Like it is, except she's written boomstick on it, but it's still a standard issue rifle for the Blues. He shoots it. Yeah. It's agility, right?
Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
that hits. Roll damage.
All right.
Attack it.
For 6 damage.
Yeah, it is unarmored there, and that is more than enough. You sort of shoot it in the lower body, it's thrashing. And it goes from like thrashing to escape to the the sort of autonomic thrashing of death throes as it sort of like begins to sort of peter out and fall still.
All right, I'll give it a final stab. Well done, my friends.
I hate bugs so much.
Well, I hate them too. They're disgusting creatures that are better off wiped off the face of the cosmos. And they don't taste especially good either.
Oh. That's very weird.
Hey, sometimes they run out of rations out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a common ration that's really just made out of bugs and worms.
Oh.
Like, not that much grows on this planet.
They're called mealworms for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah, you're lucky you
That's
don't have to eat
horrifying.
Buddy Bot. There's a lot of reasons for one to reach out to those stars, you know.
Better food.
Yeah.
I'm sick of eating bugs. I'm sick of being around bugs. I'm sick of thinking about bugs. Ugh.
I heard that I heard the Phoenix had a thing that could replicate food. But one time the food got mad or something.
Mad? How
I
can
don't
food
know.
get mad?
These are just like things that I've picked up here and there about it from just random broadcasts. That, you know, I just know they got attacked by food at some point.
Well,
What a
that's disturbing.
bizarre story.
But isn't that great? Things like that can happen up there.
You point to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you meant past the ceiling. Okay.
Past the
Past the
ceiling.
ceiling.
Yes.
Past the
You keep-
ceiling.
you just keep-
Metaphorically, up
Yeah.
there.
All the way up. Like, yeah.
All the way up.
Okay. Got it. That makes more sense.
But
Okay.
let's get moving. We got
I
a job
think
to do.
we
get
took
moving.
care of the sewer monster. Do you think we need to bring back proof? Do we need to cut its head off or something?
On it.
You remove the giant bug's head from its body.
I wonder if I
The
can-
head's like the size of maybe a. I'm trying to think how big this thing's at. I think this head's pretty big. Like the size of an exercise ball, one of those big inflatable exercise balls.
I wonder if we can haul it out. Maybe make something from it.
Yeah, that's on you if you want bug armor, man. It's a bug hunt. Anyway, we gotta go.
Let's
but yeah,
dash this somewhere.
yes, you all sort of continue on deeper in to the substation. From here, it's actually kind of just a nice sort of walk through darkness for maybe about 15 to 20 minutes.
Is it a trek through darkness?
Um,
Star Trek through darkness.
a Star Trek through darkness. But you all eventually arrive, sort of following the signs at the substation.
Oh, we lost Buddy Bot. There's
He's back.
Buddy Bot.
But he's about back.
You did say earlier his internet was going to go out.
Yeah, it was hoping that'd be at the end of it. It was working really well, but Buddy bought us some technical difficulties. I'm back now, though, at least.
At
This
least it's
damn
in
heat.
character.
He just like fell back in the darkness and caught up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and also, hey, those errors on his diagnostic, like he's got tons, so he gets blue screen of death sometimes.
But as you sort of all walk in, you sort of climb up these like corrugated steel steps to the main floor up there, sort of past the large generator, sort of still kind of sparkling with life. You hear what sounds like like someone's up on the roof of this building, kind of walking around. You hear like distant, like sort of small talk between pairs of guards, but there's actually no one inside the building with you specifically. You do see that there's a there's like a cargo truck that kind of has been partially unloaded as they're loading things out into the substation itself. It has the Blues insignia sort of painted along the side of all of them.
So it looks like the Blues were like working on something here.
It does, yes.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and interface with the machine and make it from sucks to good.
Yeah, you do that.
Mm-hmm. You're the only one who can.
Mm-hmm. And I'm
Don't say that.
definitely not about to creep off and see what all is in their cargo. That is not. Don't even ask if that says that is not what I. She's like creeps off to go look at what's the cargo.
You're saying it as you
Buddy
walk
Bot's
away.
like, Buddy Bot's like, I'm not asking about that because you told me not to. However, if you do it, I think it's good and you should do it.
Well, if they're
All
just
right.
going to leave it lying around, well, that's their fault for it being stolen.
Exactly. Robbery is good when your friends do it.
Our characters do not hold our values in real life.
That is true.
Definitely.
Thank you
I
for
mean,
that. Thank you for that warning.
I did specifically talk to Patrick about this last night in a different game about like how overly lawful I am in the real world.
Yes. We're all very lawful people in the real world.
If this character is an outlaw and she's gonna steal their stuff if she can.
Of course, absolutely. We'll start with Buddy Bot. Buddy, as you go over, you find a terminal next to like a series of switches and sort of like a number of like switches you can like throw. And as you sort of log in, you find you can access the electrical grid, and key up the reset you would need to do. Basically, you'd have to flip off all the switches to off, and then turn them back on again. Not a hugely hard process. But you do notice there's also a layer of password protection beyond that.
Password protection, eh? All right. Well, first of all, I flip all the switches, then flip them back.
Certainly. As you sort of like shut them off, you kind of hear everything begin to wind down. Sort of the power generations behind you, you can sort of hear those internal hums quieting, and then as you flip them back on, it kind of begins to pick back up. And what was initially sort of like an erratic hum has now become a more stable hum, at least for now.
Okay. Got a nice stable hum, but now I need a password to get through the rest of it.
Yes, if you'd like.
Ooh, okay. Can I try hacking it with some rolls?
Certainly, this would be a intelligence check.
Ooh, could it be tech or science, maybe?
Definitely could be tech.
All right, you're speaking my language. So what Buddy Bot's good for? Okay.
We're speaking C+ here.
Erg. Oh, I get to it's a very bad roll of a 3 and a 2, but I get to re-roll one. I'm gonna re-roll that too.
Yep.
Okay, even with that, so I got to a 4. So 3, 4 plus 2, total of 9.
9, a temporary success. You sort of are able to get into the next layer, or the next layer of protection that is on here. You realize that you could just reroute all the power away from the village onto the ship. You also realize that there's not enough power to do both.
Whoa. Oh boy, that's bad. Buddy Bot will like call the other people and tell them that information.
Okay. While
Meanwhile,
you're looking at that and call that over, we will switch over to Mia.
yeah. Did you find anything interesting?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, make me a speed intelligence check.
This is her thing, is that she doesn't know what any damn thing is worth. I did discuss this when we were coming up with the characters. I'm like, she's very good at stealing things, very bad at knowing if they're worth anything.
Yes.
On the other hand, I got a crit success. I rolled 2 6s, and I think that means something in this game.
Yes.
Yes, it does. It is not just a regular success, but is a extra bonus or extra effect you get as part of it. That's nice. Even with your minus, it doesn't matter because the 6s override that. You sort of like pop these open easy enough. They're not really they weren't secured. They were like, oh, we're done for the day, let's put them back on top kind of deal. Very careless planning on their end. But as you look through it, you realize like, oh, this is like repair equipment. They're trying to fix this place up. It seems like they're trying to do large scale repairs. However, as you're looking through it, you do find what looks to be someone's notebook. As you kind of open it up, it hasn't been used a whole lot, but as you flip through, you see that the Blues are just planning to reroute the power station all the way to Cisne and deprive liftoff of any of this. And they're just going to lock this place down and make it a protected space. So they're just going to screw over the city.
It's about right for these bastards. Any idea from this journal, like who might have been given this order, and is it her dad?
It's not your dad, no. What is his name?
Is it? Because she knows a lot of the blues.
Yes, that is very true. His name. This is a direct order from Huxton Towers, General of the Blues.
Got it.
Buxton Towers.
Yeah. The leader of the Blues and the current president-elect.
But, okay, so here's the thing, and she'll bring this information back. So they're planning on routing all the power from this town to Cisne, period.
What?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. The wonderful Blues who you spend all your time hanging out with are actually total sons of bitches who could have figured.
You think I don't know that? I work for them mostly so I can, get money for my family. I know they're bad people, but it's really the only job opportunity I have. But if this is just, well, evil.
Yeah, well.
I've got some options.
Okay.
Renlar, we could put your family on the ship and send it to space by rerouting power to it. That would be good.
Yes,
however,
that would be good.
It would mean taking all the power away from liftoff, which would be bad.
And essentially the same thing that the Blues are doing.
Correct.
I mean, as far as I can figure, and I'm not the brightest, so maybe I'm missing the trick here. In the long run, they're going to steal all the power anyway, ain't they? I mean, there's not a lot that can be done about it. That's what's going to happen. The only thing we could do to prevent that is what? Like nothing.
Can we lock them out of the system, maybe?
It's a great question.
Is that something you can do?
Oh, I could change the password, maybe.
You could change the password. I'll let you make another intelligence check on this one as you reset the password and kind of all that.
Yeah. I'll make it one of those automatically generated passwords. That's a whole bunch of random numbers and letters. Ooh.
Only thing that you as a robot can figure out.
Yes. I did really good with that one. 2 5s. So I'm not going to roll any of them with a +2 for a total of 12.
Hey.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if you ever get a thing that comes up that says, "Are you a robot?" You're so painfully obvious that you're like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
those
have
things
to
stump
answer
me
yes
all the time. And when it's pick, which pictures have bikes in them, I'm like, ugh.
What's a bicycle look like? I don't know.
Yeah, BuddyBot can't do it.
Now what you do is you just set it up as a reverse captcha, so that when you go in, oh, are you a robot? And you say no, and you do all the puzzle things, it just continues to lock them out, so they just perpetually cycle of doing this. But the only way to get past is by saying, yes, I am a robot.
Oh, that's the best.
But as you're going through this and resetting it, you do notice that there's an error warning you didn't notice before.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I'll give it a look. What does it say?
It says power station operating at minimal capacity.
Ooh, okay. Can I up it to maximum capacity?
It is currently set at maximum capacity. But there's something below draining power. There's something happening down further in the complex.
Oh, interesting. So it's there's something, it's hooked up to something else?
It's like something, yeah. It's like something's hooked up to it, yeah.
Oh,
right. Okay. I'll share that info.
We should go down and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Being as we are investigators.
And we are being paid way more money than I usually am.
Which means you don't have to keep working for the worst people on the planet. Yay!
Good.
This might
points.
be lucrative.
Tell those Blues to. You should take jobs that are morally good. Then you can tell the Blues to suck your farts.
It's not exactly what I told my dad, but
not exactly. But there is there's a lot of money in this line of work. What is it? Mercenary work?
I will call it that.
I would say friend for hire kind of describes it, in my opinion.
Or a
I
sword?
think friend for hire describes something very different, Buddy Bot, and I'll explain it to you later.
You're not that kind of buddy, Buddy Bot. Wait, so
Somebody
Buddy
says they
Bot's
want
very
to.
innocent.
If somebody else says you a friend for hire, you should probably say no, Buddy Bot.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's draining power here.
As you head down and find your way there, find your way to one of the sort of larger like branch offs from the main chamber. And as you're able to open the door, you hear what sounds like the heavy arcs of electricity launching off something. Just sort of flashes of pale blue light.
Interesting.
I don't feel like this is something I can shoot or stab or blow up or do a gnarly trick off of with my board.
I only have one of those options, and it's not good.
You can do
get
gnarly
closer and
tricks on
see.
your board?
No, I mean stabbing.
Oh, yeah.
Not only tricks I haven't learned yet, but I am willing to learn.
Wait, of all the melee weapons, the sword is definitely the skateboard of blades, I'll say.
Sure.
That is a strange metaphor.
You shred
yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
But as you all move deeper into this chamber, if you'd like, through the darkness, kind of the sort of the pale blue light, sort of illuminating in moments and sort of flashes, you see something large, sort of like up against the wall, kind of like a bunch of cables coming off of the power grid behind him, stabbing into this machine. You see just sort of like an open core on this thing, where the plate that protects it should be ripped off, riddled with ancient bullet holes. And you see just sort of molded in the metal, just a skull-like face. As you approach, you just see sort of pinpricks of red light, as there's an automaton down here.
Oh, there is something I can shoot, she says, and then she shoots it.
Certainly, go ahead.
I'm just gonna keep doing shoots first all night long. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Good
violence
skill.
has solved their problems so far.
Let's see. Well, thank goodness it's an agility, because I rolled 6, but I get to add 2 to it for 8. And I'll go ahead and roll the damage. Which I maxed the damage again. I'm really good at rolling damage so far. Now I jinxed
nice.
it and I'll roll a 1 the next time. But 7 points of damage to this thing. As she goes like, oh, now there's something I can shoot, and just shoots it right in the skull.
You just hear the sort of crunch of metal as you do, and it just sort of just begins to pull itself out. And as it pulls itself out to full height, you see that one of its like shoulder-mounted weapons triggers as a bullet fires out in your direction.
Yeah.
But you only take 1 point of damage. This sort of
Okay,
like
and the
ancient
armor.
shoulder-mounted cannon.
And the armor soaks it.
Yeah. It's like bad propellant or something just kind of fires it out at a very low speed.
It just it hits her in her super awesome reinforced jacket, leaving a super cool looking bullet burn.
Love that. But now sitting before you in its full height to see is a Ulysses class heavy combat frame. This is like a war machine, but it is also severely damaged.
More damage now.
It's true. Yes.
Well, this is a chance, Renlar.
Yep. Sending up full height, its exposed core, the cables being snapped off of it.
Renlar is going to make a running stab for that core.
Okay.
Alright. A 6 and a 4 plus 2 is 12 altogether.
Okay. You jump forward, roll damage.
Right.
And to be a cool anime badass.
Yep, that's his entire character, pretty much. 5,
Love it.
so plus 3, 8.
Jesus Christ! You just roll up and stab this thing in the core. It detonates.
Uh-oh.
You take 3 points of you take 3 points of damage.
So 2. Gotcha.
As just huge gouts of electricity just arc off through Renlar into the ground.
Renlar's laughing all the way.
He actually does do this.
But the comet frame collapses on the ground in front of you, defeated. Like a
How, like, Mia skates over to you while holstering her rifle. I'm gonna just say she has like a rifle holster, and that's like she pulls it in out of. It's very evil. Our Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Like rolls over and goes, "Yeah, that's how we do it," and gives you a complicated series of high fives, Renlar.
Can I match them? What do I have to
Absolutely,
do?
yes. Every time you touch though, there's just like jolts of electricity through the both of you,
Oh,
and you're
no.
so like covered in static electricity.
I feel alive.
So it's making sound effects. It's like bzz, bzz, bzz.
It's like those hand buzzers
Right.
for the pranks.
My sword's
um,
destroyed though, isn't it?
It's not destroyed, thankfully. If you'd rolled,
Okay.
if you'd rolled a fail, then yes.
Mhm. But what was that, Buddy Bot?
I think Buddy will ask, like, does anyone require medical assistance?
Maybe a little from earlier from the bug, but she says as she looks down at her leg, it is like freely bleeding.
Yeah.
Renlar, what about you?
I'm actually feeling kind of. I can deal with this. It's actually kind of pleasing, like shock therapy, or so I've read.
Okay. I won't press you, but it's okay to admit your vulnerability and ask me to heal you. That's
Never.
part of friendship.
I mean, you can heal my leg before it gets infected. I'm not going to object.
I will do that. And Buddy Bot will do some first aid with the medic skill. When they perform first aid, you get an additional +2 health.
Ooh.
So what should I do for first aid here?
Let me get to that page.
Healing, it's always confusing in every game system.
Yes. Let's
Oh,
see.
definitely. Oh, it wasn't so confusing.
Because
So the quiet bit, you can spend 1 supply to heal
yes.
another character 1d6 of health.
you each have 3 supply.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I will spend 1 supply. And because I have medic, I get a +2 to this.
Mhm.
You know, compared to a lot of other stuff, this is relatively not confusing. So big
Yeah,
thank you. to
actually,
Offworld.
yeah, this is actually not so bad.
Yeah, spend supply, get heals.
Definitely. All right, so it's 1d6, and for me a +2. So let's see how that is.
I mean, just the +2 in and of itself would heal her all the way up, but you
Oh
know,
man, I actually rolled a 6.
Oh man.
my leg has never
Oh.
felt better in my entire life. I didn't know until now that
Awesome.
my leg was basically worthless junk until you healed it.
You got a better leg.
I don't know how you did it because it's still my old fleshy leg, but dang if it ain't better.
It's like you go in for like a massage and like chiropractic and like all these sort of things like done. You're like wow, it feels like I must have had a huge knot in my leg or something because it feels so good. It feels so flexible.
Well, look, I get a lot of muscle cramps on account that I don't drink a whole lot of water.
Just drink soda.
So much pop.
Maybe that's all that Buddy Bot does. He asks you to hydrate. Like he just gives you a water bottle. that's the equivalent of an 8 healing.
Well, you
Please,
bandage up
drink
the wound.
water.
You bandage it up, like clean the wound, and then just hand a bottle of water for the extra 6 points.
Staying hydrated is important to health and well-being.
Indeed, it is.
And I
Use some
drink-
water.
I drink so much pop, though. I mean, so it should be fine.
No,
Like
that's
19 with
not good
osteoporosis.
that will not make you feel good. All right, well, now the extra power source is gone. Oh, let's go ahead and take out all the wires and put them back.
Yeah,
Pop
you
also
can.
has lead in it.
That's what pop is for, though, right? It's lead infused soda. Yeah,
Leaded
you quickly go
soda.
back through and reset the wiring. kind of shift the combat frame further away from this. But it is sufficiently dead, and there's just a pile of scrap metal now that's pretty good quality, because this is trade war era stuff right here. Like, there's very few of these things left.
You said
bet
it had
you-
a skull plate on it somewhere?
It does, yes.
I'm taking it.
You're gonna
Taking
wear
a
it as a mask. You're gonna wear it as a mask, aren't you?
Oh, yes. I'm taking a trophy
So
from
cool.
everything we kill.
Absolutely, yeah. You can the faceplate itself, just like as like you're like now can look at it. Take a few moments to sort of disassemble and pull the actual faceplate off, and see the sort of like the optical suite inside. It looks horrifying. It's like an animatronic in there. That his faceplate is just awful. But you're able to go back up and check on the system, which is now at full power. Which has enough to power your ship, to run the diagnostics and whatever else you need, and to power the city without any need to reset it so constantly as they do.
Oh, nice. All right, well, let's
Nice.
go ahead and do that.
But there's
Now we just
still the
have
matter-
to lock my
Yeah.
dad's friends out of the system, and we're good to go.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
the earlier 12 was what you needed for that. They're gonna have they're gonna be here a long time trying to figure this one out.
And
Long
if they
enough
ever-
for them to abandon their plan.
It's because you
That-
made it password 123654.
I'll never figure it out.
And if they ever
Have to.
do come down here, Renlar's gonna take whatever blue identification he had and slam it on the ground. I quit.
Your visitor's badge.
He wasn't even Renlar isn't even a full member. They just let him tag along and say, "Here's a credit. Thanks for helping. Now fuck off."
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was
heading
never
back,
treated with respect.
No, well, that ain't exactly what the Blues do.
But I did get money. But I found a way to make more money.
that is true. And as you return back to Elder Weirda, you have honestly kind of earned the thanks of not just the council, but the town. Like, you've solved one of their biggest issues for like past 30, 40 years. Like having a
Yes.
stable electrical grid.
And we also brought
Oh.
trophies.
They're slightly horrified at both of them. But you each get your 30, you get your group's 30 credits.
Right.
Alright.
Huge, huge payday for your group.
30 divides by 3 really well. It doesn't divide by 4 really well.
I know.
Sorry, Wyatt. You weren't here, buddy.
Name's not on the contract. This is
Yeah.
what he gets for not being here.
Take
Wonder
that
what
for
he's
your
gonna
mom
earn from
having
it.
a birthday, Nick. All right, so we each got 10 credits.
Yes, this should last you quite a while.
That's it. Oh, I'm keeping those trophies, by the way. The bughead.
Oh,
It'd be nice
boy.
to have a mom.
okay.
Sorry. Just being in character there. My mom is fine.
yes.
In real life, my mom's fine.
Hmm.
But with that, you're able to head back to the ship unless there's anything you'd like to do beforehand.
Oh yeah, get that skull plate like made into like a mask if I can.
Certainly. For credits, someone will go through and saw off the extra metal,
Mhm.
round it down, soften it, put some lining on the inside so it like fits and adheres better to your face. You have a let's just call it the Ulysses mask.
Nice.
We brought up with the elders about the fact that the Blues are gonna keep coming in and trying to steal all
Yeah.
the power,
Oh,
right?
yeah, we got.
We found evidence.
Like,
in
yeah, I mean,
the
she definitely brought the
notebook.
notebook with her.
Yeah, give them that.
Thank you for that. We will pass it on. I'll pass it on to the other elders, and we shall do something about this.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily go into full-blown open conflict, but at least approach Huxton's office and let him know, like, hey, we know. Please leave. Otherwise, everyone else will know. And maybe they'll do something. Maybe it won't. Maybe there's a fight on the horizon for all of us.
Well, if there ends up being a fight that involves killing a whole lot of blues, I'm okay with it.
Just enough to get them to retreat, not to kill a whole lot of them.
Yes. Would you pay us for that? Because I am now out of the job. Well, no.
We
I'm
will we will come to that bridge when we get to it, but certainly if there's any work that we need done, we will look to your group first.
awesome. Because I am a self-employed mercenary now.
Well, that is
Renly kind of beams at that thought.
good for you.
Well, if there's nothing else, I got a body to take care of.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, your mother, yes. Wyatt came by and explained the situation.
Yeah.
We've sent a crew over to remove it, and put it in
Oh,
the morgue for now.
okay. Thanks.
Whatever help you need with that, we are more than willing to. You have friends.
Yeah, I know. Just let's not think about that. Let's think about all the heroics we just did and saved the town. You know.
Indeed.
I need to figure out what to do with this bug head, though. Skull plate.
Stuff it mounted?
Yes. Stuff it mounted on the ship.
It'll be an excellent
That is a
decoration.
good idea.
There are enough quarters on board for each of you to have your own private quarters on the
Yeah,
ship.
you can just put that in your room. You can just put that in your room, Renlar. You just put it away there. I'll just never come in your room. Ever.
Yes, as
I'm gonna
you'll-
go. I'm gonna go run the diagnostic again and see what else we need to get this ship in the air.
Yeah.
But Mia, I cannot offer. I don't have the emotional acuity to offer you the help you deserve. So instead, how about a hug?
Hug would be great.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, it would be really weird if there was an automaton that was also like a therapist. I mean, that just seems unbelievable to me.
Oh man, well that's therapy bot. They were supposed to start rolling those out. I'm just a friend. I maybe someday they'll upgrade me to become therapist bot, but that's in the future. So in the meantime, who wants a hug?
I always want a hug, buddy.
All right, let's hug it out.
And she actually starts crying because she hasn't been letting herself cry all day.
Oh man, Buddy Bot just says kind of feebly, like, sharing emotional vulnerabilities is a true mark of friendship. Right
Renlar
away.
pats her on the shoulder. I have a feeling Renlar doesn't really do open affection all too well, but he tries.
She talks tough and everything, but she's just this really tiny young woman. And had a pretty rough morning.
You may have had a rough
I
morning.
like to bring happy plot points into the game.
You may have had a rough morning, but you've had a very successful and now locally famous day.
Mm.
As you return back to the ship, enough to fully power the basic diagnostic systems and kind of get, like air conditioner working, the lights working. I mean, generally, like it's a livable space now. For the most part, like it's still missing a couple of crucial systems.
I think I'd like to move into the ship if everybody's okay with that.
No problem.
Cool.
I mean, this is going to be our ship one day. Just need to get it working. Speaking of
Sure,
which, Buddy
please.
Bot, do you know
Take
what
your
else
pick of
you
the
need?
rooms.
Is there anything that's
yeah, I'll
clearly
go-
like the captain's quarters?
This is a deep space hauler.
Probably
All
not
rooms, I
then.
think all the rooms are equally sized.
Okay, she just gets whatever one is the closest to the cockpit, you know?
Yeah. Buddy Bot, run the diagnostic.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and run the diagnostic one more time.
You see as it boots up and begins its process. You see that there's already a name input into the ship called the Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
The ship that's on the exterior has been mostly unpainted and unmarred, other than its the paneling for its make and model. Never got far enough off the line to get the full paint job, but it does have a name. You see that as it sort of ticks through all the different things that needs to get done, you coalesce down into the following things that need to be completed in order to get this thing going. You're going to need to replace the external bulkhead seals. So, main bulkhead seals getting in and out of the ship. They're broken down, pretty damaged. There is critical, critical irreparable damage to the sublight engine. It will need to be replaced.
That sounds important.
Yeah, no, sublight engines are important if you're gonna travel through the stars. I don't know a whole lot of science, but I know a whole lot of ship.
Yeah. You need to install the jump drive generator. The ship lacks one. That's what you need to have in order to escape the system in any meaningful way. You'll need to repair and replace the life support systems.
Ooh, that sounds really important.
My friends need to live.
Yeah. Pretty much only one of us is going to get along okay without those.
You'll then need to install weapons. The ship doesn't currently have any.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll need to refuel the sublight engines. It has a nuclear fission core that needs to be sort of filled, and it generally never requires to be filled again while in use. And then refuel the jump drive generator.
Hearing that list, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Finish.
Yeah, no, I was finished.
Oh, hearing that list, does it sound like the place we're probably gonna need to go to get a lot of this stuff as Lita Automaton? Automata.
If you look at the map, the things looking around with a diagnostics check and kind of general information you might need to know. The jump drive generator probably picked up from the ALA manufacturing building or the Schwarzfahren machine garage. You do not know anything about a jump drive generator, but you do know there's a planetary archive, huge repository of knowledge, that probably still has schematics to build one.
I don't remember where the map is.
I'll send it to you all. I think I posted it a while ago, but I'll post it again. Don't worry.
Yeah, I could not find it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I only got the Word document.
It might have been in Messenger.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
For the life support systems and the bulkhead seals, probably could find scrap pieces in the old scrap yards.
We spend a lot of time there.
Yes, you've spent a lot of time in the fringes, but you would need to go deep into dead sec territory.
That's fine. If there's one group of people I enjoy screwing with, it's dead sec.
And then for the fuel and the weapons, you know that there's a fueling depot called the Yala Fueling Depot and the Bike Joe Arms in the Buglands. There's about one or two locations in each sort of region nearby that has what you need. But you're also going to need something.
What was the?
Sorry.
What was the first region before the scrap yards?
That would be the Lebed Planetary Archive. Probably gonna find schematics for all of this and how to repair it there, as well as how probably to build a jump drive engine or jump drive generator.
Okay.
Well, but first amongst that, might need something heavy, some sort of heavy-duty vehicle you don't have access to just yet to carry all this stuff.
Yeah, well, let me
Oh,
just do
yeah.
a vehicle too, obviously.
Yeah.
There's
That's
an old automotive factory not too far from here called the Bujetan Automotive.
Think they would have vehicles we could take / steal?
/ build
Oh,
Ooh.
very cool.
I like that
customized
option.
cars.
Yeah.
it'd probably be better than the golf cart we're driving around right now.
Yes, or the skateboard, absolutely.
Because I know this is a thing we determined off screen, but I believe we do currently have like a golf cart that we used to go around on.
Yeah, it is basically like an off-roader. It will not carry anything heavy other than like basic scrap you can pull and sell.
It barely carries us.
You're gonna need some heavy-duty machinery to drag stuff and build stuff.
So,
Yeah.
that sounds like our first goal. Get wheels.
I like that as our first goal.
That's perfect
Me too.
timing because I think it's a good place to wrap up for the night as we will continue next episode in Fast and the Furious. The next episode is gonna be called Fast and the Furious.
Got it.
Oh, I love it. It's not Fast 10 or Fast
They've already made enough.
the
They
Fate
had
of
to,
the
they've had-
Furious. Or...
well, they've already had to reboot the series about 10 to 15 times by this point. So this is the first installation of the new reboot.
There's a new reboot. Did they not reboot it once before already?
Well, they had the spin-off one too. That was like
Yes.
The Rock and
Sean Hobbs.
Sean Hobbs. Okay,
Right.
How is this film series still going on?
because it keeps making buckets of money.
It does. It's vastly popular. They're very good movies. They're trash, but they're good movies.
And they make a lot of money foreign because you really don't need to speak English to care.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure
they're
the
all
actors at this point don't
about,
either.
They're all about family, just like. Well, we're more about friendship, I guess, but
Oh,
but
I mean,
friends
there's
are
a.
family. Yeah.
I have literal family here, so
About family, bud.
Yeah, they have family.
I
living there, too.
I don't know if her cousin's gonna have the same accent as her, but
Who knows? I don't know yet either.
she didn't have the same accent as her for a couple of lines.
But
For the fun.
we will pick back up next Tuesday.
Oh,
another.
Don't forget the end of session questions.
I will. Don't worry.
Oh, I forgot there are
Yeah.
end of session
Our end of
questions.
session questions.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
get through
see,
those.
I
need that
just
XP.
remembered
I got
30
nothing.
seconds ago.
Don't know if we're gonna do this on air or off air, but we can do them on air.
I mean, yeah, we got the time.
Certainly. I will ask the group. I will ask these 3 questions of you. If the answer is yes, everybody gets an XP for it. Did you all earn a profit?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Big profit.
Did you discover something new and interesting about the universe?
Yes.
Oh, I would say so.
I think so.
And did you overcome a difficult challenge or a dangerous adversary?
Yes, I'm wearing its face.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, in my opinion, yes. In Diamondback's opinion,
Yeah, big bug and big bot.
Big
yeah,
bug,
that is
big
3 experience points to all of you, and I'll make sure that Wyatt gets his 3 as well.
Yeah.
and you can do the
Excellent.
advancement at 10, I believe.
Yes, I believe so. You can
Hey,
spend
with my 1 failure today, I'm at 4 already.
Also,
Yeah.
Wow. You are lucky because I didn't fail at all. Like I was rolling really good.
that
I'm
out.
lucky
Good in the
because I
moment, not so
failed.
good now. Yeah, he needs a fail here. Come on, buddy bot.
Hey, you could be. Well, please don't be stupid like the rest of the group. But
Oh yeah.
Renlar and Diamondback have a few guaranteed fail rolls.
yeah.
No, we're not that smart in the
So I'm just
sci-fi
gonna wait
world.
Just wait till Buddy Pot's willpower with his -1 comes in. We'll see how that works out.
Another tradition of our AIs. For some reason, the AIs don't have a lot of willpower. It's a mystery why.
They
Not
weren't
really.
programmed to.
Who knows? But
I mean, with
with-
Kira, she was programmed to do what she was told.
Yes, by what was it? Mother
Mother.
Smother, yeah. I think we had there's some other addendum we had on there, but I guess not.
No, there was. It was Mother something. Mother Brain.
Mother Brain, okay.
Mother brain.
Because she was she was a biomechanical brain, and she
Yes.
always called her
Mhm.
and she always called her MB for short.
MB, yeah. MB tried to murder us
Several
Oh, yeah.
times.
several times.
Yeah,
the ship was
it
in
went
danger.
wrong.
But yeah, with that, we will wrap it up for tonight. Thank you all for joining us.
Mhm.
We'll turn it back over to Scooter.
I'm here. Thanks. Thanks for
Hey.
putting this together, Patrick. Thanks for bringing this, dusting off the old Offworlders. Because we haven't, it's been over a year? Has it been over a year?
Mhm.
Yeah, when I was looking
I
into
think
it.
a little longer than that.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
been-
it's whatever the last time Marvin and I were on the channel.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so-
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Too long.
We all know about that.
So-
No need to go.
In a while.
Still a great system. Make sure to check it out. Offworlders by Chris P. Wolf and Olivia Goulin. Some good. They put some good stuff into the world if you look into who they are. So until then, we're gonna play next Tuesday. That's what we're planning on doing. Lots going on throughout the summer, and we're gonna just keep playing. That's what we got to do, right? So until next week, you should probably go find some place to pull up a chair and make
And make
time
time
to
to
tabletop.
tape.
Tabletop.
Haven't forgotten the bit.
Go out there, guys. Have fun. We will see you guys very soon.
Adios.
Adios.